It might have a delay. Live streaming on YouTube.
Here you go. Yeah, I
You
think
see it?
so. Yeah.
Hey, let's go. That's awesome. Okay, so it's working. Let
Yep.
me open it. Okay, cool. So now we have a link to
Yeah.
share. Okay, so now I can share this. In general, we are live.
Okay, so that's the first one live on YouTube. Nice. I'm glad
Yeah,
to.
this is our first try. Cool, man. Do you want to introduce yourself? Who are you? What are you doing?
Yeah, definitely. I'm Sebastian Morel. I'm CTO at CLI. We are a backend as a service for e-commerce, if I want to make it simple. I'm French, living in the Bay Area, hanging out with those guys like Andre and others, right? And
Yeah,
yeah, coding stuff.
awesome. Yeah, do you know when we met? Like, when is the first time we met? It was definitely when we were still doing Remix Bay Area meetups.
Yep.
And
It
one
was
time, yeah,
actually, yeah, it was probably during the summer after this Remix Conf, which was the biggest conference after COVID, actually. We didn't
yeah.
met there. I don't know if you were there. I don't think you were there, actually. You missed this one, maybe. Or
The
maybe you
first one
were.
I was there, but maybe I don't think we
Yeah,
maybe, yeah, we
yeah, we
haven't met
didn't
there yet.
connect, right? And then back to San Francisco, we connected at the meetup. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe through Eric, I think, actually,
yeah,
who made the
definitely.
introduction.
Yeah,
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 yeah. Man, but that has been like 3 or 4 years.
yeah, exactly. It was fast. Yeah,
And what are we building today? Uh, I know you just told me you're building a CLI for Crystallize, I think, and you
yep,
built it with Bun and React,
yep.
and you wanted to show me because it's fun. And I was
Yeah.
like, let's do it live and let's do something for all things web. So, like, for our meetup website, right? Like, wouldn't it be cool if people could sign up via the CLI? Kinda.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's really cool because Burn you can compile, so it's easier to ship, it's fast. Also doing React in the CLI, it's kind of fun, right? We didn't necessarily don't have to do that, right? You have plenty of libraries where you can just ask a question, get the answer response and do stuff, right? But
Yeah.
doing React in the CLI, it's like mixing two worlds that are not really good together usually. So it's quite fun.
Yeah, it's definitely a little chaotic. I already know that all the Golang developers are out there. It's like, "Ugh, these web people."
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but and actually, you'll see that it's a good reason to use effect.
Okay, okay, I'm intrigued. Uh, yeah, do you want to jump into it and share your screen, and then we
Yep,
see what APIs we just spent 10 minutes building out, like 3 APIs for us to work with, and the rest we're going to do together now.
yep. You should see my screen.
Yes, sir.
This is Postman, right?
Yes.
And then, so basically, right? You said you wanted a um, CLI so we can actually subscribe to events
Yeah.
that we're doing, right? So you built three endpoint to list the event, to list the speaker, and also an endpoint to subscribe, right? So we're going to
Yes.
use those three, get the speaker list.
Mhm.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to go
Oh,
back on the local for this one, yeah, because we have more information. Or you do that at the same time. I don't know. We'll see.
yeah, I can fix that real quick. We basically said it would be cool if we can show some speaker information, like in the CLI as well. Um, Specifically name, title, and link, right? So let me just do
Yeah.
that. Oh
All
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. You already did it. So yeah, you can
Uh,
just push it real quick.
info in speaker, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you deploy it. Okay. So we're
Yes.
going to
Yes.
list the speaker. We're going to list the event. So what is an event for us? Just an ID, a slug if we want to build the link, a name, a start date, obviously, and a location, right? So basically what we want to do is you run the CLI, it lists the event, you select the event, and then you have a screen asking for your name, first name, last name, and maybe email. Enter. Thank you very much. You've subscribed. Is that what you want?
Yes, that sounds amazing. And when you say the CLI, that's like, is that something you would install with bun like with npm basically, or is that something you would download like an executable or?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that is cool with Burn, it exists also with others, others.
Yeah.
But here it's you bypass completely npm.js, so you don't have to do npx or pnpm. I think it's dlx. So it's a plain binary that you actually compile. So we'll see if we have time to do that, right? We
Yeah.
compile it on GitHub Action, for instance, and then we have an install process where you can just download it with curl and you run it on your platform. So we're gonna have to compile it for Mac OS
Oh, I see.
x64
Yeah.
or ARM and all that stuff. But you'll see,
Yeah.
it's pretty simple to do
Yeah,
actually.
no, I've done that before. The bun documentation is pretty simple. They have like, I don't know, 10
Yeah.
different targets, right? So you just like,
Exactly.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's not even 10, but yeah, like a good six, I believe. And it's going to be interesting to also have a look. I'm sure you're going to have question like how is this is working, right? You just get the binary and it's JavaScript, TypeScript first, right? Because it's done
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's just working anywhere. You don't even have to have Node. So
yeah.
we will play with it a little bit, right? So,
Awesome, awesome. Yeah. Okay, so we have 3 API endpoints
yep.
and a dream. And we have our like mono repo, right? Like that's way in right now.
Yeah. So if I open this for now, we have the GitHub, we have the website,
Yeah.
and some other things that are not
Some
important.
some example stuff. Yeah. Nothing
So
serious.
the first things that we're gonna do is let's call it, I don't know, a TW CLI.
Sounds
So
great.
we do that, and this is big enough here.
Yeah, it's readable.
One more,
I like
good.
it. Yeah, looks great.
So let's start. So here, nothing really crazy. We're just gonna create a burn project, right? So
Hmm.
we go to the folder and we do burn init,
Hmm.
blank project, right?
Yeah.
Even though you can pick React, I think it's better if we do blank, for the sake of doing it step by step.
Oh, when did they add the different options? I thought I was on the latest bun and they didn't have a React option just yet. So maybe yeah.
And I think it's a burn version with auto reloading for
Yeah.
building web, right? So this is not
Yeah, they
really
must
what
have
we
added
want.
that in the last couple of weeks. That's awesome.
And then, so what did it do? That would be a good question. So of course we have node module here. We have the usual, right?
Hmm.
Hello world. And what I like to do always, it's like, package.json, pretty simple, nothing
Yeah.
crazy in here. So the TS config, that is always interesting to see, right? Whatever project you are using, whether it's Astro, Remix, they all they all have option. Usually the
Yeah.
first thing that I do with Burn is I put this one to true again.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And this one, not really. This one is sometimes a
I
bit
hate that rule
boring.
so
Yeah.
much. Yeah. Keep it off.
Well, yeah, I let it off. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
That's the one where if you're not sure what keys exist on a like an object map, you can't access them via the dot notation,
Exactly.
right?
So
Like
you
you
have
have
to
to do
do a
the
square bracket, and
yeah.
it's crazy. Yeah,
So unnecessary, especially for something like process.env. It's so annoying if you can't do like process.env.node env. You have to do process.env and then brackets.
yeah,
Unnecessary.
yeah.
Okay.
So, well, do we have our things working? Well, hello. So this is the basic, right? One
Yeah.
of the things that I don't know about you, but what I like to do is SRC, right? I don't know. I feel better this way. What do you think?
One
With
more
the
time. Sorry. Sorry. Oh
the
yeah, yeah,
SRC
yeah.
folder,
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
This I feel
Absolutely.
better. So with Burn, as you can see, right, for the viewer, there is no need to compile anything. There is no process. It's TypeScript first, right?
Yeah.
So this is a runtime that is directly on top of TypeScript. So which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Are we done?
Okay, let's go home. Okay, so maybe if we go to the index.ts file, do we need more files or can we just operate on one? Or like how big is the scope? Like what are the components that we need? Do we need to install React probably if you want
Yeah,
to
we're
use it,
gonna have to
right?
install React at some point. First, what we can do is to build the concept of command, right?
Okay.
You've worked with many CLI, and usually you have one CLI to do many things, right?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think it's a good practice to have what we can call inside the CLI command. And those commands, they can have arguments, they can have options. But maybe we do the register command uh, today, but maybe at some point, I know that you like to do the raffles in
Yeah.
during the event, right? Imagine we have a command, I don't know, ATW CLI raffle, and then boom, we run the raffle at some point, during the
Yeah.
event. That could be
That would be
funny.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's build the command kind of things, right?
Okay. So it's
Um,
basically the interface of like things people can put into the
yeah.
CLI. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. If we do a comparison with web, it will be the controller, right?
Yeah.
That would be the glue between you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So to do that, we are not going to do it manually. There is
Mhm.
a fancy library called Commander that is very simple to use, where you can build command, right? So I
Okay.
propose that we use Commander because
Yeah.
this is very well known and it's quite easy to do. So run, add, and I think it's Commander JS.
Let me check.
It's not. Maybe it's just Commander. Yeah, it is Commander. And then, well, let's build a very simple one like the hello world, right?
Mhm.
First, so to understand the concept of command, and we're gonna
Perfect.
group our commands into a folder because then we're gonna do some kind of fancy, yeah, it's a big term, with dependency injection, right? We're gonna export all the command and inject them into the main program,
Sounds
right?
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, um, we have the first PR you did to all things to the
Ah,
website was the dependency injection, right? Like you introduced me to Avalix,
yeah.
which I've actually grown to be a fan of now. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, so that's why I was
Okay.
like shaking my head,
We
smiling
didn't
because
need,
I know
yeah.
you're a big fan.
Yeah, Relix is quite nice. Yeah, yeah. Basically, it's reverse. The good term is dependency injection container, right? But it's inversion of control, right? But
Yeah,
anyway, that could be for another one, right? So
yeah,
let's first do an hello world command, right? So this is just a constructor, right? We don't like to use classes anymore, so
mhm,
we do this, right? Most likely,
mhm,
and we're gonna return a command. And this command, if we look at the doc commander, it's just a program that can take input, argument,
okay.
and option, right? So that would be constant, of course, command, new command, hello world, um, and
Oh,
then
I see. That's sick. Okay, and then we basically return it from there.
exactly, right?
Mhm.
We return it, and then we can do a little bit of configuration like description. See, I didn't do anything. It means
Yeah,
thank you GitHub Copilot, but this is pretty
perfect.
exactly what we want. And then, as I mentioned before, the controller, this is what they call action here. So a
Mhm,
command, we'll see here, we could add, we'll see, we'll do it later, but help, options,
mhm,
argument. So usually an argument that you do dash my CLI hello, this is an
mhm.
argument, dash dash force, this is an option.
Yeah,
This is usually how, I mean, this is the term. It's not usually,
yeah,
it's the term,
yeah, yeah.
argument and options. So here we make it very simple just to build the basic of the script. So we have a command, we have a description, we have an action, hello, all things web.
Mm.
And that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
Then this is the dependency injection kind of things, very easy in here. Let's create a barrel file, right? I don't know if it's a good term, barrel file. I think it is. And here we do export commands, and it's just an array of
Mhm.
command, right?
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything. Copilot's doing everything for me. Oops. So we add this, and that's it. Pretty much it. Now we can use it in the main, in the index, and this is where it is kind of interesting to look at the doc at Commander, but we're gonna make it simpler here because we have looked at the doc. In Commander, a command can have subcommand.
Yeah.
right? So here we are building the main command. So we are not going to call it command because that would be weird. We are just going to call it program.
Hmm.
And this is our main program, which is also a commander command.
Hmm.
And we are going to give it a name, of course. And yeah, for instance,
That's
Copilot.
awesome. Yeah. Copilot journey. That's fun.
We can do that. And the version, we can make it a little bit more fancy. So let me put that in command for now.
Hmm.
We'll do it later. And then, well, in our command, we are going to add the existing command, right? So
Hmm.
here we are going to import the command that we have exported back into the code
Hmm.
file. And we're going to loop into this command and do program.add command, right? Pretty,
Hmm.
uh,
Hmm.
pretty simple. Is that it? Is that it? I think that's it, right? And what else can we do? So we need to run the program, right? That's the last part.
Yeah.
Why is it so weird? My indentation. Did I
The
do
formatting.
Yeah,
It should run with prettier. If you do prettier
yeah,
format, it
it's
should.
weird. No,
Yeah.
now we're good. Now we're good. So this is just configuration, right? We didn't run anything. And again, this is like in the documentation, but so see, Copilot is wrong here. I didn't check, but if we want to have async action, which we will
Hmm.
have,
Hmm.
this is parse async.
Oh, okay.
So otherwise, it's not going to work. And try catch. Usually, I don't like error, prefer exception in here. And yeah, we can console log. And here, usually, when you're building CLI, you want to respect some kind of convention, right? And one of the convention is error code, return code and error code. So when you have an error, usually you do a process that exit one. And if everything's fine, you do process that exit zero, which you
Hmm.
don't have to do here because that would be automatic. But you know, yeah,
Sebastian likes to edit anyways.
yeah. I think
Yep.
I think I think at least it's clear, right?
Yep. Yep. No, makes
So let's
sense.
have a
Cool.
look. Let's
Yes,
have a
let's
look
run
at
it.
what's going on now, right? Boom.
Nice.
So see,
Ah,
this is
yeah, that's
quite cool,
awesome.
right? Already we have the usage, we have the title I mean, the description of the main program.
Hmm.
We have some option, and we have a list. It's quite cool already with not a lot of
Yep.
code, right?
Out of
And
the
then of
box,
course,
right?
if you do that, it's not going to work. And if and then we can do error code, right?
Hmm.
Nice. Because it's not an exception, right? So the command does not exist, so it's not the same as the exception that we have set up. So this is
Hmm.
perfect. And if we put the existing one, we can do hello world dash dash help again. Here, the hello world doesn't have
Yeah,
anything,
that's
right?
it.
No
Yeah.
argument, nothing.
Yeah.
So we just do that.
Oh, how do we call it?
Oh no, it's I forgot help.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
And then hello, all things
I think
well.
so.
So we've built our first command, right?
Nice. And then technically, if you want to right now, we could already run bun. Is it called bun
Yeah, but
compile?
compile. Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't remember, but yeah. We
Do you
could
want to do
compile
that
it
real
and
quick?
ship it.
Just
Huh?
do you want to do that just as a real quick?
Yeah. So it's
I
bun.
think.
I think
Yeah.
it's bun compile.
I don't think you have to
Let me
even do
check.
anything else right now. It just uses the default is the target that runs on your machine. So you can. It should be just bun compile and then source. Yeah. Ah, not bun compile. Oh, what is it?
I will find it. Uh, it's build actually. Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
it's build and dash dash compile.
Yeah.
Build dash dash compile. We can do minify, but we're not going to do minify, so you can see why. And we're going to do output LW, this one, right?
Hmm.
Here we go. And now, magic, I have a binary file that I can execute,
Let's go. Yeah, that's so
and
cool.
that's it, right? And,
Yeah.
and 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 we could ship that.
Yeah.
And I don't need to have bun installed to run this.
Yeah,
So you have
because
to believe
bun is
us, right?
bundled, right? Yeah.
Huh? Yeah,
Bun is bundled as part of the executable, I think.
exactly.
Yeah.
For the most, visual of the viewer, here you can see it's 55 megabytes.
Yeah.
For such a small script, right? It's
Yeah.
because within the CLI, you actually have the burn runtime.
Yeah.
And then you have the code that is packed there. And you can actually seize it, right? One of the first things I've done when I worked with burn, I was like, okay, what is it? So you can just view it. If you do that, well, you said, okay, it's all binary. Nice. But if you do, and you look at the end
Mhm.
of the file, okay, let's do like the last 100 line. Sorry. What do I do? Is it not N? Oh, wait, no, sorry, tail. So we can see, I was sure, we can see the JavaScript. Maybe it changed a little bit because this is the last
Okay.
version. So I was sure you could see the JavaScript code inside, but this is somewhere. This is somewhere inside.
Oh, so
Uh,
basically the runtime and everything that is compiled, but it's still in the end of the day executes some JavaScript.
yeah, if I
Okay.
look web, yeah, see, this is inside. So you have, of
Mhm.
course, you have all the node modules, all the libraries that we have installed. It's somewhere inside,
Mhm.
beside the runtime. So if we look
Oh.
for all things web, it should be there, right? I mean, I don't know if I name it this way. What did I do? Yeah, if I do this, I will find it.
Mhm.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
code is there, right? It's not magical, right? It's, I
Yeah.
mean,
It's not actually compiling the JavaScript to
no, un-
binary. Yeah.
unless you do minify in the build command, um, and that will just pack like you do in the web, right? So if
Yeah.
you have a tons of library, it's probably better to do minify,
Mhm.
and then it will be a little bit different. Then I think it's going to be hard to find the JavaScript code actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's minify.
Yep. But yeah, it's still JavaScript. It's just minified JavaScript. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And the runtime comes with the binary directly, right?
Yeah.
So, which is pretty cool. Let
Okay,
me
so
note.
we have a
Now,
very simple one. So
yeah,
we could technically add a command now like list
the
events,
or
list
register, right? Yeah, we
on
could
yeah,
do that. Yeah, yeah.
yes.
And but
Um,
before,
but yes,
yeah,
my
okay,
question is just how does if you want to do something anything else before that, that's fine too. But I'm just so curious how you would add React to this now.
yeah, yeah. Well,
So,
I'll do
yeah.
quickly something else,
Yes. Yes.
and then we add React. Because
Okay.
usually when you have a CLI, you want it fancy, right? What's the point of doing a CLI if it's not fancy? And one of the answers is React, definitely. And the other things that you can do first, it's to put some colors. Usually you
Mhm.
put some colors in there because you want to make it fancy, right?
Yeah.
And and usually you have a version number also. With Bun, which is quite interesting, you can import stuff, right? So I can
Mhm.
import the package.json directly
Mhm.
from here.
Yeah.
Uh,
And use the version number from there.
and then I can do this and package. And see, without doing anything, I think it's version. Is it gonna yell at me? Yes, it doesn't exist yet, right? So I'm gonna do this. Version 000, nice. Description could be also there and we can bring from here. But now, without changing anything, already the CLI, oh no, we don't see yet the version, but we could have access. I'll show you later. This is, okay, that
Oh,
doesn't
there's a
change.
there's a version option. No, no, there was a version option. You can
Oh
do
yeah,
dash
exactly.
and
Yeah, good catch. Now I can do dash V and I have
yeah,
the version.
awesome.
So
Yeah,
it's pretty good. And
cool, cool.
then we want to have some color very quickly. So to have some color, actually part of Commander, you can set up styling, right?
Mhm,
To have styling, you need a libraries to bring the colors. And here we're
mhm,
going to use, I think it's Pico
mhm,
Colors. You do that. And thanks to this library, I'm not gonna. Are we gonna code this or should I copy paste? I think we could just copy paste the beginning, the styling. I prepared
Yeah,
it a little
of
bit.
course. What?
So this is just this. Let me explain from the
Mhm,
color. So here it's just saying, okay, title will be this color, comment text will be this color on this styling. So it's
mhm.
just a list of something. And if you respect this correctly, you can pass it to the commander, and he will understand this, right?
Oh,
This is just argument from commander. Um, so here we have the program. So we're going to put this at the top, and we're going to say program configure help. You do that. This is the main program, and we want to do that for each command. And we already
oh.
see
Mhm.
the value of doing this kind of dependency things
What does
here.
the PC library return when you call like PC bold? It like returns the editor commands necessary for.
It returns all the escape string that you need in the shell to provide the
Okay,
coloring.
okay.
Yeah,
So Commander under the hood, whenever they want to render a string, for the title they just call it style title, and for the s- command text they call it style command text, and then in there you can return whatever you want.
yeah,
But if you return whatever Pico color returns us, which is just the right escape strings for
yeah.
whatever.
It will
Yeah.
return the script. It will return the string wrapped
Yeah.
around the escape string to put it
Yeah.
yellow. Or well, we can cheat it, right? Let's do if I do plop plus, right, and see what it's gonna do, right? So now if I do that, boom! All of a sudden, everything's beautiful.
Yeah.
And see plop usage, plop
Yeah. Yeah.
command, plop
Yeah.
option, right? Um, so yeah, that's it. So this is just much better, right?
Hmm.
Um, and usually, what I would do right after this is to put a logo, just again to make it fancy, right? So I
Okay.
would have a logo. I will
Like
have a logo
ASCII art,
showing.
right? Is what you talk about. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
but we don't have to do the ASCII art here if we are slow on time, but we can just do a whole thing web CLI, and then we put the version, for instance, uh,
Yeah.
and then we need the logo, and to display the logo, we have a couple of options. But of course, in the program here, if you look at the doc of Commander, honestly, this is well done. You have a couple of options and events as well. So here you can, I don't remember exactly. I think it's add help text, and you can say before all, and then you put the logo. That should work. Here, and I think I loaded some ASCII art on my other screen before.
Wait, I will send you one in a second. Let me just find like a nice enough
Okay,
looking font.
go for it.
Something that is not. We want something that's a little like easy-ish to read and not too crazy, right?
Yeah, and see
Uh,
here we can pick the color. So let's say we want that in. We can do bright yellow maybe, or blue bright. Yeah. Ah,
is it
we see
the
something.
the break?
Oh, that's a big one. Okay, let's
Can
do
you can
that.
try. Yeah, I thought like there's a lot of like text to ASCII art websites, right? Like if you just want something quick.
Yeah, yeah, I
Uh,
see. Let's see. Let's see how it's gonna be rendered. I missed something. What's going on here? Oh, there is a back quote somewhere.
oh no. Yeah. No.
Just one. That should be fine.
Mhm.
Okay, not so good, but you get the point, right?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
can
yeah.
make it better, but yeah, at least, and see, this is blue. We have the version. Okay, now we start to have something cool uh, on which we
Yeah.
can progress.
Maybe
Uh,
if you copy paste one directly, I sent you like a link in Discord. If you look at that one, you can try do one more attempt, and if not, then it doesn't matter.
yeah, let's do that. Yeah, but see, I think when I paste, yeah, maybe I lose some.
Yeah.
There is a back. Okay, This one is twice. What? Oh yeah, this one is. Ah, this is the dot that we need to escape as well. Um, yeah, let's make it this way for now. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's better.
we just keep. This is fine. This is great. Hey, like this doesn't look too. I mean, it
Yeah,
looks a little crazy.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. We anyone can do a pull request to make it better, right?
yes, exactly.
Yeah, anyway. So, okay, now we have that. We have a CLI. It's working. We can create command. And most likely here you have other library where you have, for instance, inquirer.js or yargs.js. That will make it simple for you to ask question to your user and get the input. We're not going to do that because we want to make it sexy
Hmm.
and fancy with React. So here we need actually to install some library in order to be able to do some React code, right? So let's do some React code. Let's add React. Thing is, not 19. So I don't even know if I can do that, but I think you can do that, right? Um, yeah. So we need React 18, and we need a library. I'm going to share this, which is the key of this, right? It's called ink.
Ink.
Uh, ink, ink, React CLI.
Hmm. So
So this
that's the
library,
magic. Yeah.
yeah, this library is going to bring something called yoga. It's not nothing related to yoga, GraphQL yoga. It's a boxing system made by Facebook actually.
Hmm.
And this is the basics of how we're gonna render. We're gonna render React component using a boxing system, Flexbox kind of things. Um, yeah, and this is actually built in Rust and used by many different language, right? So the CLI is actually gonna run it using WASM, but we're not gonna see that, right? It's behind the scene. It's just details, but yeah, it's using that behind the scene.
Oh,
So
okay.
we are,
So Ink is using yoga behind the scenes,
yeah,
and in the end of the day, it kind of compiles down to WASM as well, and that's how it runs in the CLI. Is
this
that
is
what
how
he's?
you,
Or
yeah, we import the WASM, yeah. I
okay,
mean,
okay,
yeah,
super interesting.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
I ages ago I used React to render strings, um, um, for a voice assistant. So like
uh-huh.
I would use it in a JavaScript Lambda environment to render strings. Not like in the end of the day, there would not be markup or anything, just strings. Actually, not true. It was SSLM. Wait, let me find it.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Uh, so I have some kind of like there is a way to with React. Basically, you can target any environment, right? React Native, React DOM, and then you
Mm-hmm.
can build something custom. Uh, Here, I'm sharing. Sending you the link in Discord. You can.
I can click. You did not though. Did you send to me?
I did not send it to you. You're right. 1 second. Too many tabs open. Thank you. There you go.
This guy.
Yeah, yeah. So that would use there's like an XML based language for building speech UIs,
Oh,
and I was using React to target that. And there was a lower level package that React would use under the hood, so you can do that. But I don't think they actually use that anymore.
so you were building a React app that was talking.
Yes, yeah, basically.
Okay,
So
that's
whatever
great.
this app would render out would be the string that
Uh-huh.
Alexa or Google Assistant would say.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
that's
was a lot
cool.
of fun.
Didn't know about this one.
uh,
I mean,
I forgot what it's called.
we maybe we can play with it another time, right? And add when we do the thank you at the end of the CLI, because we can have access to the we have a,
Oh,
and this is also what we do. What it's good with the CLI is you get access to many things, right?
yeah.
You basically have access to the computer, right? So
Yeah. So I was looking for the name of the library like it's called React Reconciler.
okay.
Um, but I don't think it's actually used anymore. I don't think you can talk like I haven't looked into it in a very long time, but like even when I was using it, I'm pretty sure it was pretty outdated. But like there was like an attempt by the React team to make it easier to target different environments with React.
Hmm.
And React Reconciler is kind of like what you would call under the hood. But I think that's pretty outdated. But it was a lot of fun. But
Yeah.
this is similar, but probably very different and very much more sophisticated.
For the rendering, I don't even know how the yoga thing is working. To be honest,
Yeah.
it's just magic. You see, we're just gonna do React in the CLI. It's just
Okay. I'm sorry.
so
I
we
missed my tangent.
we I had install React, and then we need ink.
Yeah.
It's just ink,
Yeah.
I think. That's pretty much it. And now, well, we're gonna have to create the other command. So we're gonna do that quickly. But
Hmm.
command, this is business as usual now.
Register.
Register, export, const, create a register command,
Hmm.
and we need this most likely, maybe.
It's interesting that your Copilot is creating commented out code.
Yeah, that
Right.
first time though. Usually it
Okay.
doesn't do that.
Yeah, super interesting.
So, but I did change the config not so long ago because I
Mhm.
wanted to try with Claude, but we cannot do that yet
Yeah.
with VS Code, or you need a plugin or something.
Okay.
Um, so I changed the config, but I don't think this is really, I don't know if
Yeah.
it's connected. Uh, so we need the command from commander. This is the same. Yeah, register to an event.
Hmm.
Oh, we could definitely do that actually, but that
Actually, we
would not.
need to. Yes, email is required and the event ID, right?
Yeah, but we would do it in the UI, right? So after we list, because here would
Oh,
be right here. It would be
what?
at the
Yes.
command line, right?
Oh my God, that's insane. Yes, absolutely. You want to be able, if we can have a select box for the events and um, an input field for you're looking why it's giving you type errors, right? Or like
Yeah.
lint errors. Do you want to reload the window real quick to see if that? Oh, you had export instead
Typo,
of import.
typo. Yeah, it's typo.
Yeah.
So description, action. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, it's not going to work yet. We need to add it there. Create register command. No argument here.
Yeah.
This is definitely here. You would do dependency injection, right? If you
Hmm.
needed to. But now, just with this, we should see another command available: hello
Yeah.
world and register. So and then we could do that, and okay,
Hmm.
nice. Okay, this is the basics, and we actually have no argument because we remove them. So at least for now. So now this is where you're actually gonna see the React code, right? So
Yeah.
here you will need to go and check. I mean, we're gonna do that together. It's simpler. If we go check the yoga, the ink library,
Hmm.
that was this tab. You have a very simple example. So let's use this one, right? Um, Actually, no, we're not gonna use this. We're gonna use the template, but um, let's scroll. Okay, you have a component and you can render the component, right? So
Hmm.
let's take this one. I think
Yeah.
this one is funny. Let's take this one. So I need to get the render function and the text
Mhm.
component. So do this. Then I'm gonna just return. Yeah, we can just do this and we put it into the render function, right?
Mhm.
See, it knows. It knows.
This is
So
so
here,
crazy.
the caveat is you can do render, but we do because
Yeah.
it's async, we get
Yeah.
the function and we wait, right?
Yeah.
And then we put in here whatever we want. And see, it's not gonna be happy. Can you guess why?
You need a
I need
TSX
that.
file.
Exactly. Oof, Andrew is so good. Then we have that, and then I think by default we need that in a box in
Okay,
ink, and then we put it there, and I will close the box. So here it's a little bit of documentation. What's going on here? Oh, yeah, that's valid. Um, so we can do that. So burn add dash d, the types. So it should be nicer with
nice,
me, and then here we go. Yeah, it's not that beautiful, but we're gonna remove it
awesome.
anyway. So
I
now I
know.
do the same.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm probably jumping ahead, but what's already super funny is so running React in a node or bun environment is not unusual, right? You do that during server-side
Mhm.
rendering. But like the one rule of server-side rendering is that it does exactly one render, and a use effect would never be called because a use effect
Mhm.
happens after the first render, right? So
Yeah.
use effects don't run on the server because we do one render.
Yeah.
Here, we do wait until exit, which means we wait and it probably does several renders, right? Like there's more happening before we show it. Um, I would imagine.
No, there is
Just
only one here. There is one render, I guess, here.
okay, we do one render also.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
not
for now,
several.
it's only one render.
Okay, so the wait until exit, what it does is just it waits until one render
Yeah.
is
Let
done.
me let me
Okay.
show. If I remove it and I just do that, the
Hmm.
CLI would just hang it's just done, right?
Yeah. Okay. So interesting.
In the
So we
future, yeah, because yeah,
okay.
this is the
Let
basics that we need
let's
to
run
do.
it. Do the await. I want to see how it looks like.
And with the await, it's the same because we are not waiting anything here. There is no hanging stuff. As
Oh,
soon as we're going to put a use effect to do stuff or to ask for the input, then we want to wait.
okay. So there are several renders going on in React. Like once we wait, now that's what I meant. So like on server-side rendering, you wouldn't wait, right? Like you would do one render and then render to the screen. But if you said there's use effects running and use state changes, right? There is
Yeah,
some
it
kind of
will.
there's several renders going on, several renders, right? Like so
Yeah,
that
yeah.
makes it super
Once
interesting.
we have the use effect, not now, right? Right
Yeah.
now, it's just see it's yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. Right now it's just like it's dumb and it's done.
yeah,
But just the
yeah.
possibility that we can do it is very intriguing to me because it's different than server-side rendering, right?
It is, and it's
Yeah.
all this kind of server side, right? So it's
Yeah.
it's kind of weird, honestly. In the crystallized CLI, so we have a service bus. We always have a service bus. We're trying to keep stuff clean, and
Yeah.
we pass the use case to the component, which
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Uh, because there is no call to any endpoint, right? The use case is not to call an API; it's just to do something within the CLI.
Yeah.
It's quite cool. Um, yeah. So in here we can do we can we can do different things. You have flexbox, flex direction. You have padding. You have gap. You have all the cool stuff that you want, and this is what is using yoga behind the scene. Um, that's the thing, right? So here we can have a text. We can do, for instance, all things web and CLI, you know, and of course, this is just business as usual. Here you can put
Yeah.
color. What is interesting is you can put any color, right,
Oh,
in the
okay.
CLI.
So
Yeah,
in the future, I could go in here and use our primary color, whatnot, and
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah. So if I just do this, I believe it's yeah. I mean, that's it, right? All things web in a range, right? So here we want to register, and what do we want to do? We want to ask for the speaker. I propose that we do something else before to show the use effect, to show the funny things that we can do, to show that we can be here in the CLI, ask
yeah.
for input, and while we're doing this, you have a footer, and we display the
Mm,
speaker
right.
and make them
Yeah.
rotate,
That's
right?
what you were teasing earlier when you were like, let's
Yeah,
have one more endpoint to show some like some advertising, basically, right?
yeah,
Thank you to our past speakers, and then just like let them
yeah,
slide through. Yeah.
definitely,
Okay,
definitely.
let's do that.
So usually I would do UI components, which is
Yeah.
kind of again kind of crazy to do that in the CLI. and
Yeah.
we can call it, let's call it speakers, right?
Yeah.
Speaker.tsx. And here it's React, right? So we can do export const speaker. This is just a speaker, and we are going to return just, we can do this.
Mhm.
We can do a new. There is something called new line. So we have just a new line,
That's wild.
like
Yeah.
to simulate the footer,
Yeah.
um, and we can do text. I mean, this is auto-completion. Sometimes auto-completion is good, but sometimes I don't want it.
Yeah.
Here
Sometimes it's
you
more
have an
annoying.
option like dim color if you want to,
Hmm.
and then we can do something like that, just to emulate
The
a
footer.
footer like you would do it in the web. Why
Yeah.
is it not happy though? Uh,
I think the text is not imported yet, and that's why it's.
yeah. Done. So text, and here let's do a box. Uh, we need a box. We're gonna make it very simple, just a box with some text. We are not gonna let's put it in italic
Mhm.
and dim as well. And
So
but okay,
yeah.
but yeah, no, you didn't tell me. This would be the footer speaker, the component.
Yeah. I was like, should I tell him now? So like
Yeah.
that's basically the whole
Yeah,
component that would
yeah,
show the footer.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But
So
this
what
is
we
not
can
what
do
we
in
want,
here
right?
now is,
Yeah, yeah.
sorry.
And here, this is where we could list the speaker. I think the loop could be here, but we need now to do some. I don't know
Data
why
fetching.
this. Yeah, we're gonna do the data fetching now.
Okay, cool.
So this is React. So we probably have events.
Yeah.
We need
Speakers. Here we need just the
oh
speakers,
yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah. Oh shit. Okay. Use state. So we have a state from
Yeah.
React. We have speaker, and now we need a use effect.
Yes. Because
Uh,
that's totally where you should do the data fetching in React. I'm just kidding. It's all good.
this is old school SPA stuff, right? This is
Yeah.
definitely this
Yeah.
one. And here this is pretty good. Is this the one? No,
Uh,
almost.
almost.
Shit. Okay. So all
Slash
things web that we're
slash.
good.
Yeah.
API slash speaker,
Yep.
and this
Yep.
is get. So we have nothing to do. We have all of speaker, and did
Yeah.
you push?
I think there is a. Yes, I did.
Yeah,
There is
we have everything.
a nested data object. So you would need from the like
Yeah,
from
dot
the
data. Yeah.
response, you need the
Okay. Yeah. So it's data actually. Or we
yeah
can do this,
response.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect.
And I don't remember. Yeah, no. Usually I have a JSON so you can type it back here, right? It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, we can
Because we
just
don't
create
have,
a simple
we could
type.
do it here.
Yeah. So we
We
have a
could
name. It's an
definitely,
array of name, title, and link.
and this is an array.
Yep.
There you go. And then, so this is a use effect. We have this because we want it only one time, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And then we want, so how do we do that? We want once at a time, right? So probably
Yeah.
we can have another state.
Yeah.
You can have a reducer. I mean, you do you here, but we can do a speaker index. Let's
Yeah.
make it simple. The goal of this example is not to do the best React code, right? Just to show you the React that you can do React, right?
Yeah.
You
So
have many ways to do that, right? Speaker index. We're going to say that the index is actually 0. Why not?
mhm.
And the speaker that we want to return is actually speaker of speaker index, right?
Yeah.
And then in here, we can do speaker.
Yeah. You
How
can
would
do
we
like
do it?
on line 23. We can do a quick if statement. If the speaker doesn't yeah, we probably want to do like an interval or something, but we can do one quick thing on line 23. and probably just
Right?
return null.
Where? Line 23 here. Oh yeah, if there is no picker. Yeah, if
Yeah,
no
so if we're
picker.
still fetching the
Yeah,
data, for instance,
yeah,
right? Just return null, don't show a footer just yet.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yep. I was looking at 33. I was like, I couldn't believe it. Okay. And then we can do
A link?
we have the link. So this could definitely be the link, right?
Mhm.
There is actually a lib that you can use. So it's
Mhm.
called ink link, I believe.
Oh, sick. Yeah, that's awesome. So there's
So
a
then it
whole
does the things
ecosystem.
for you. You can, yeah. This is
Yeah.
just UI. I'll show you. There is another library uh, to help with UI here. You don't have to do everything yourself.
Okay.
And then I can have a link and speaker.link underline. Okay, so
Fascinating.
here it's
Okay.
not that fancy, right? Because we're gonna repeat the link, but why not? I
Hey,
think
yeah. No,
it's good,
this
right?
is good. Yeah.
Here we probably need a new line.
Mhm.
So I would do it. It's not working yet, right? We know, but let's run it just for the sake of it. Okay, nothing is nothing's happening. First, because we didn't call the component, right?
Oh, yeah, we have
Uh,
to put it somewhere. Yeah.
yeah. So let's do this. Let's do a new. I don't know why my formatting is not good in here,
Yeah, something.
but that's okay. Let me do this.
Mhm.
Then format document.
We need a wrapping, one
Yeah.
wrapping element.
And we need to import this.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, a little bit better. Nothing displayed.
It should
Uh,
change though. There should be one speaker popping up after a little bit, right?
yeah, but see, the system, yeah, this is what, okay. So now this is starting to be interesting because this is
Mhm.
still a CLI, right?
Yeah.
So here the render is done,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
So
it's
the
not
script works.
interactive. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So now what we need is to, we need some kind of interval, right? So here we can use another, it is listening to me. I think it's listening to the script. This is most likely what we want. So let's
uh,
have a look, right?
5 seconds
Let's
looks good.
we have
Yes.
an interval,
Or
we have a
modulo
modulo the
operator.
list of the
Yep.
speaker, and we don't
Amazing.
want to wait for,
No, no,
let's
let's do
change
like
it
let's
every
do like 2
second.
seconds. So you have time to click the link, or like three
Yeah,
seconds.
true,
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Clear
Um,
interval, and then we want a dependency on the speaker index. Yeah, I think that's valid,
but
right?
I'm surprised we didn't see at least the first speaker already rendered because
Because this will happen after it, right? This is, I think it's because this is happening after and the script is already done.
okay, let's see.
Okay. Okay. I don't see anything. So if what's going on here? Let's debug, right? This is
Yeah.
also good to debug. We're gonna make it work. So array of speaker, if not speaker.
I think the code here in React actually looks really good to me. If my gut feeling tells me there's something wrong with where we use it, are we sure this is actually waiting? Is the await working here?
Yeah.
Looks good.
Return command. No, this is. Oh, I missed an option in here. I missed an option here that will make a lot of sense. So there is an option to let him tell you want to exit on Control C.
Okay.
And now I believe that's not enough. So we want that because we want that to exist when it's waiting, to exit when it's waiting. But we still have the problem. We still have the problem. Somehow it's not
It's not
waiting.
re-rendering, right? Like it renders once, but never again. Um, it could be that our fetch is broken. Like maybe can we do?
Yeah, we can have a look at data in here. Um, yeah, we don't even go there. Use effect.
Oh, are you calling the register command, or are you just calling the CLI with like this is the register command, right? Like maybe we're not even.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's bun register, so it's calling that for sure. Oh yeah, right, because the state was locked. The first state is locked.
Mm-hmm. But this is a stupid error because we can see that.
Mm-hmm.
We can see that, but we don't even see the line in here. So we don't
Yeah,
even see it. So we enter here all the time. We enter here all the time because we don't go there, right? We don't go there because there is a stupid something that we didn't do. This is async.
yeah, it looks all good. Like the React
No,
code, I don't
is
see
it
any
though?
issues. One more time.
Nothing is waiting for this.
But this is all good. This looks
Oh yeah, but
exactly
it
like,
should, yeah, that speaker should run. Yeah, yeah, I agree.
yeah, this looks
Um,
like every React code I have written 3 years ago, or 5 years ago. Uh, yeah, here this updates whenever the speakers area, and like, yeah, it looks all good to me. It should probably, yeah. I I still think there is an issue with how in register TSX. So
no,
wait until exit, right? Like that's
no, this is okay. Let's cheat the system a little bit and put a speaker,
yeah.
right? A fake speaker. So title and see what's going on.
Hmm.
Uh, this is the perks of not preparing anything.
No, it's fun. It's all good.
So this is good.
Oh no, sorry, you put it in the wrong state. It's
Oh
you
yeah,
have
yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah. Okay, let me. I was like, why don't I have auto completion? Good. 0 tag, and this is here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's format this. Okay, so now it's better.
Hmm.
Of course, it's working. So it's not about the rendering. It's about the use effect
Not
in here, but
firing.
it's not setting the things right. It could still be that this is breaking, right? It could still be that this is actually there is an error, something somewhere
But
that is not.
would it not throw an arrow?
That's why we're gonna see that now for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Um,
You probably want to move everything in the try catch.
go, and then that was just duplicate. Should what's going on? There is no error. And
So I have a gut feeling that the use effect is. Can you add a console log outside of the function? Just yeah. Like
okay,
inside the use effect, just on the top of the use effect, first line of use. Yeah, like let's just make sure it's actually executed. Because my gut feeling is right now with server-side rendering, like how you would do it on the server. No, wait, use effect. Huh? Are you calling the right function? Is that function called?
yeah,
Can you console log on the first line in the try catch? Yeah. Wait, is it just constantly blocking? Like, do we never get anything back from the fetch? Can you check? Can you curly the?
no, but the script would not go off, right? This is stupid error. I don't. Wait.
No, why not? Like the use effect is called after the first render, so this just seems to never like this seems to just block. Can you curl the URL and see that it works? Can we just like put that in Postman? Did we do something wrong there?
No, we're good.
Huh?
Wait. There is, and I know that I hope it's not the last version of. No, cannot be. This is stupid something. We go there, we do the fetch, but we don't go there, right?
Yeah.
Uh, what's going on? Going
Yeah,
on?
it's literally it's blocking on the fetch. We did not let's I mean, this is using bun, right? In bun we have fetch as a global.
Hmm.
But I'm not sure how this is used. Like, should we install node fetch and try that? Like, I'm not sure if
No,
that's
no, no.
no. Did you use like you did a CLI before, right? Did you use fetching at all?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There is a stupid mistake here. Uh, Oh, it's the last version. No, but I don't see because we waited for to do this live stream because of a bug in Bun, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, then they fixed the bug. They are awesome, by the way. Huh? If you're watching, that was nice. It was so quick to fix this bug. Um, but I don't. Okay, let's. I want to try something else.
Hmm.
We do another. We do another. This should not
Switch. Yeah.
return, right? The scripts will hang. This is what is weird. The script should just wait. It should not go. It should not exit. That's the problem.
Oh, is the script exiting?
Yeah, every time.
Oh, okay, yeah, right. That describes, yeah, okay. So it should actually just
It should not. It should
see
just
that
wait.
that sounds more to like that sounds more like a setup issue to me. Like, how did we set it up? Is it like, yeah.
Ooh, here we go. Oh wait.
I knew there was like some like the React code looked good. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But it was something stupid, right? This is lesson to ourselves. Don't believe Copilot. Disable Copilot. Okay, so let's come back in here. We keep this, we go back to this footer node, so all that stuff is correct. This and this.
Hmm.
And everything we said was correct, huh, by the way. Huh? Um, we don't, the first render, nothing,
Yeah.
and then the use effect. So now, here we
Let's
go. We
go.
start to have something that is
Yeah.
quite cool.
That is so
And we
cool.
can
Yeah. I look at you.
click.
It's you.
Yeah, that was me. So if you're quick enough, uh, yeah, whatever, right? And yeah, here we can make it a little bit more fancy, But let's move on, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so now what we want to actually list the event so we can have a
Select.
some sum of select, right?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Um, so how do we start? I think we need to fetch first,
Hmm.
and then we are going to build the select.
Yeah. So we probably want some kind of form or like register
Yeah,
component, right?
yeah. So let's do first. Maybe we can build. We're gonna have to build. So this is where I'm gonna show you something. There
Hmm.
is another library called Ink UI,
Hmm.
and those guys they provide built by the same author.
Hmm.
You have a lot of things. You have text input that we're going to use, email inputs that we're going to
Ah,
use,
password,
confirm,
confirm, select.
select. The only thing that I don't like with the select is it's
Yeah.
not good enough. It's not
Mhm.
beautiful enough. But this library we're going to install because we're going to use text input, email input, because
Yeah.
you have validation on top of them. But the select, I think it makes sense if we build the select again for the audience. It's because otherwise it's just React app, right?
Yeah.
Um,
So you basically want to select where you can style each option better.
yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So let's add this guy
Hmm.
just
It's
for the
the
sake. So
it's
we
the
have it.
Schatzien of Link.
Yeah. And then how do we start? I think we should start by building the select, and then we do the fetch like we did. What do you think?
Build the select.
The select component, and then we're using the select component.
Let's start out with a very simple form component. Oh, you're already in register. Yeah, okay. If you're already in
With the list,
register,
now we list the event, right?
yes. Sorry, I would first create a register component and start fetching the events. And then once we have them, we can build the select, I think. So we have something to test the select with.
Register.tsx,
Yeah.
export const register. That would be register. It's not the form yet, right? We're gonna have a form with the input name, first name, and email. But that would be the register
Form sounds good to me.
journey.
Oh, do you see who's here?
Ooh, Eric's joining. Nice.
Hello, Eric.
Can you hear me?
Yes, there's a little bit of background noise from you, but it may be filtered out.
Can you, how about now? Is there still background noise?
I think it's fine. Let me see if I can.
I do the heavy lifting of the event.
No, it's better now. I just hear you breathing a little bit. Yeah, exactly.
So what do we have in events? We have ID slug, name, start date, and location. What's up, Eric?
Hello.
We are building a CLI, single executable for all things web, because people obviously demand that they want to sign up to events via the terminal.
In that terminal, right?
It's the number one request we've been getting. Just slammed with GitHub issues for this.
Exactly. And it's not an SSH command. It's not like SSH terminal.shop. It's just an executable, right? We're not building a server right now that you can SSH onto.
Yeah.
It's just something we built with Bun, compiled down, that you can download, and then you can trust us and run it on your server. We're totally not gonna mine any crypto or try to parse all your .env files across all your repositories, right? Like we just going to render some React.
Yeah, I think you should just trust people. I mean, developers just trust people, download an executable, run it.
Yep.
Oh, didn't run.
Exactly.
All right, sudo run this executable. Yeah.
Okay.
So right now we're building the register form, register journey, I guess. That's what Sebastian called it.
Well, it's not a form yet, right? The list. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Yeah.
Wait, what are all the functions of this CLI? Or it's going to be an executable you run in the terminal and interact within the terminal? Or
yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it has basically just an event register. Like you can call.
So far we didn't do much, right? We just have a footer that is changing in the CLI just to show a little bit of React, which is by itself quite cool already, right?
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it shows that you can do interactivity, right? And now, how many events do we have? Oh yeah, it would be nice if we have more than one, right?
Wow, the pressure. I can give you one more.
No, we can just add a fake.
Oh yeah, just add a fake event. Yeah. Andre, why don't you organize more events so I can show more in the UI?
Okay. Would we? Nice. Okay. Is it gonna
Sweet.
do well?
We're moving to Germany now, huh?
Is this Copilot or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have our event. It's all in orange. That's quite weird. Okay, yeah, I don't want that.
Wait, so are you making the this APIs as well?
The APIs we built like the 10 minutes before we jumped on this.
Yeah.
We talked through what we kind of want to build, and then we just quickly built the APIs.
Is
I mean,
that
we have all the
actually
data for the website, right? On all things
Okay.
web.
Yeah.
So yeah.
so? Is it just pulling it? Is it pulling it from where you're collecting it anyway?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
putting that from the API event.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now
I mean,
we have the list. Yeah.
no, just saying like it's super easy in Remix, right? Like to have an API endpoint, just slap a loader,
Shout
do
out.
the same data factoring we did anyways, and yeah, that's it.
Shout out to Remix
Yes.
for making that easy. Where are you guys using
All the
Bun?
time. Yeah, I
Because-
mean, we don't do. I mean, we Bun is not so visible yet, right? This is when we're gonna do the compilation and the ship to somewhere.
Yeah.
Probably GitHub, right? Because with GitHub you can have a release and you can attach files. But
Yeah.
let's finish this one, right?
Yep.
So now we have the list. We render it. It's not that beautiful because it's very simple here. Maybe we could remove the gap actually. It would be a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is good.
And then we need to select, right? The good part of a select is could be completely generic. We can select anything, and that would be nice to have a label, a value, and a render function.
Mm-hmm.
So let's build it.
Let's do it.
Let's build a custom select component again to make it. And because here we're going to use something that's specific to the CLI, we're going to use the use input, right? We need std in. It's not like in the web where you have your browser, you can just click somewhere. Here you need to ask for the input when you want, when you need it actually. Yeah?
Okay, wait.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So let's call it select, and probably the select is going to take an array of what we just said, right? So inside the select, usually you have options, label, value, string, and most likely here we want a render function, right? This will get the label and the value, right? So you can do whatever you want with it. I don't know why he wants to complete with this. Ah, yeah, actually, this is correct. Actually, what do you think with that? Should be good, right? Then we can make it.
You have to import JSX, I think, or like no, it's not uppercase, it's lowercase sx. I think that's why it's.
No, I think.
Or
This
React
is-
node. Just use a React node from React. I think that's what that's
yeah, I think it's better, right?
Just React node, one word. Yeah, this one. Yeah.
So this is T. The value is T. I think this is even better, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then we have props for the select itself. The list of options.
Mm-hmm.
When we've picked it, like on change, what do we do with that data?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And yeah,
That looks good, right? Yeah, that's it. Okay, so you will call render for each of them in a loop now inside the select component. And yeah, I don't think React components can be generic. So that's, yeah, that's the whole pain point of building React libraries. So this, unfortunately, I don't think would work. We have to hard code value to be like a string or something, or like React node can totally work.
But this is going to work for sure. That's the beauty.
Let's see.
Yeah. So option on select. This is coming from the props, right? Why is it all? What did I do? Oh yeah, just a return type. Okay. So let's for now make it simple. This is like everything for now. A box, flex direction here. It should be colon. Let's don't put any padding, anything weird for now. Box, good. What else do we need? We need to loop in the option and display them, right? Still something is quite odd. Export function.
It's just yeah, it's just unused stuff.
Oh yeah, select prop. of type, right?
I'm so intrigued if this will work, but we will see.
Yeah. So now we loop into the options, and we're just gonna do this box. We don't need key with this, so this is cool. On click, okay, so this is all wrong, right? This is GitHub Copilot. So we need some flex direction here, row. I mean, here we just want to make it fancy, right? Should I?
Wait, don't you just want to call render here, and then whoever uses the select can decide how to make it fancy? Isn't that the point, or?
Oh,
I thought that's why you have the render function, right? Like, so that
we could do that, or we could say that the render is actually just for the value, and the label is actually we render the label, and the on the side of the label. The label
maybe
we render.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you decide.
Yeah.
I just thought what your plan is here is right now to just call render for each item.
Yeah, but no, because here this is where we're gonna have to do the use input, and this is also where we're gonna have to trigger the unselect.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
I would use a render just to render what we have, which is not the label.
Okay. Let's do it.
Let's do it. So we have the option. Boom. We need to return something. We're gonna return the box as usual. This is flex direction. We're gonna do flex row. I'm not the good one, the best one here. I need to look at the doc all the time for flex direction, but I think this is good.
Yeah.
We're still gonna put the key here just in case it's actually required. So option and index in here, and then another box. And in the first box, we can put the label, right? And in the second box, that's going to be where we call the render, right?
I see what. Okay. So what you're saying is you do want to call render for each element to do some custom stuff, but not on the whole thing. Yeah. Okay.
So here we're good. Now we have another box. We can do the styling another time.
Yeah.
And here for this second box, we can we can just check if the render function exists, and then we call the render. Otherwise, we just do the option.value. What do you think?
I accidentally almost closed the stream, and I was like, no, don't do this. Sorry, I missed this now.
I was like, if we have a render function, we use it.
Yeah. And if not,
otherwise, we just render the value, which might not be a string. So we're going to pass the, but I think if we do that, it would work.
I would honestly, like, since we don't have to abstract this too much, I would just always require the render function. Just make it a required thing.
Okay. Let's do that.
And then we don't have that issue. But I'm still pretty certain that this won't work. Like, maybe, yeah, let's see. Because I'm pretty sure you can't. Let's see. Okay. I don't want to be annoying. I just think this is like a React component now with T being how do you call that? Like
generic.
Generic, thank you. I don't think you can do like generic components like that. Like I don't think that's a thing, because there's no way in React to pass props that way. But yeah, we can try. And in worst case, we change it.
Yeah, but yeah. I think it should work, right? I mean, but I've done it before. That's why it should work. But I think it's a good. It's a good.
Maybe I'm super tired today. Maybe I'm just not thinking about it the right way. Who cares? we will see.
Here in the select that we have done in Crystallize, we have done, I don't think we should do it here because it's going to be too complex, but we've managed an overflow kind of things. So let's say you have a list of 5. You don't want to display the 5 in the CLI because the CLI is supposed to be something that is, you don't have a lot of space, right? So usually you do like 3, and then when you use your keyboard, you go down and you see the other one. You don't see the full 5. Here we're going to display the full 5, and we can make it fancier later, right? So we just want to show the use input in here. So we have the selected index, right? We display the things, and now we just want to make sure that when we use the keyboard, we change the index.
Okay.
And when we hit enter, we fire the onSelect function.
Okay, so we need event listeners for keyboard now.
Yeah, so this is this one. So use input, very complex. In the use input, I don't remember the first one. The input handler, yeah, if you want to do fancy stuff. You don't really need that. You just need the key. And here we're gonna check like what kind of key has been used, and based on that, we're gonna react. Right?
Oh, this is really cool. Yeah.
So if its key is a row up, that's pretty good. I do not really like the else if though.
Yeah, but it even did the modulo operation again, like to correctly loop back to the top. That's so cool.
Because it's going to be one key at a time, or we can put a return if we want to make it better. But
yeah.
I mean, to make it safer, that should be required. Options, I think.
That's so cool. Do we need to pass use input something like a second argument at all, or?
No.
Okay.
That's it.
Like, how does it know, like, if our selected index changes, how does it know to? Because we don't pass a dependency array. Are you sure we don't need a dependency array anywhere here? Like, how does it know to update this function that we pass in? Does it just update every time?
What do you mean, the onSelect?
The use input, right? Like, is a hook.
Yeah.
I guess every time you re-render, is the hook recalled with new arguments? Yes, it is. Okay, all good. So this function is always generated fresh for each state update.
And that's the thing with the CLI. You can have only one stdin waiting at a time, right? It will not make sense in the CLI to have 2 select at the same time. This is one of the things that you have to pay attention to, right? We will never render 2 select at the same times, because you could do that. It would work, but then you wouldn't. The 2 select will change at the same times because you have only one input.
Right. So we wouldn't show an email in the select box at the same time either, like an email input. Yeah.
No, we're gonna have to do first input the name, then it's filled, we display it, then last name. So it looks like it's correct, right? It's just the way we do it.
Okay.
What's the modulo? Is that how you loop back through?
The modulo operator is
we can go up many times, so it's gonna come back.
So if you're at index, you start at index 0 and you go up.
Yeah.
You go to the end of the index.
Modulo makes sure that
the index, right?
Modulo makes sure that whatever on the left side never gets bigger as the thing on the right side. Instead, it just goes to 1 again. It's a math operator.
Yeah. This just makes like maybe it's because it's so late. But
the other way to do it in here could have been select, and then you do, because I mean this is Copilot who did that, right? So it's pretty fancy, but you could do selected index inferior or equal to 0, then it's length -1, or it's selected index. Oh, and then this is the name of the functions. What the fuck? Sorry, this you could do that, and yeah. So that's exactly the same to me. Am I right? I think it is. Not exactly. This one will go back to the first one, right? If you are at the end of the loop, this is the same, right?
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah, I didn't actually. I I didn't actually
You
look too
prefer this one?
closely into it. No, do keep the one that Copilot had. I'm pretty sure it's bug free.
Yeah, no,
It trusts the AI overloads.
So what happens if you try to go to index -1?
I mean, if you do arrow down, arrow down, arrow down, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
but if you start at like the first option, index 0, and you go up,
Yeah.
what happens?
You go up, so you would come in here. The previous index is 0, so 0 minus 1 is -1. Plus length is, you would go to length -1, so it would go to the most bottom one, right? And that's good.
And then what's the modulo?
If the modulo is a math operator that if the left side is bigger than the right side,
Yeah.
it loops back, basically. It basically divides and takes the rest.
Yeah, it's like you return the remainder, right?
Yes.
We have enough time to hear you. You need to speak louder.
Like the modulo returns the remainder, right?
Yes. So in your case that you described, if it's length -1, it would. Oh, you're saying like it would stick at 0, maybe? No, it should. Maybe there's a length -1 missing or something, but let's just try it. I think it should.
Simple for everyone and do this, right? I mean.
No. Keep it.
I'll just
We trust.
This be the new code complexity test evaluation. Is just like,
okay, so
can
we
Eric
do that.
understand it?
Then we go back here in the journey, and in the journey we want to build the select. So instead of doing this, we are actually going to call the select component. And here we have options, and the options are a list of events.
I mean, we have to change it a little bit because we have to map to label, right? We don't have labels right now, and the value is probably
that would be what we could do. Wait, we can do label. Yeah, we still need to map.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we still need to map. That is the map. We have two, right? And this is where we can do the typing, right?
See, that's what I'm telling you. There's no way to call a React component while you render it in a way that you could pass in a generic. So it will not be able to do the generic. Like that's like one of the biggest gripes of like React component UI library creators is
you
like
mean
that
I cannot do okay
generic.
Wait, tip event, let's put it there for now, right? So what did you say that we had? We have this. GitHub Copilot is not going to do it for me now. Yes, it does. Thank you. So you say we're going to do that, right?
Yeah, this is impossible with React, right? Like that's why generic function components don't work.
But I think we can do it here because I've done it before. I'm pretty sure this is going to work. So label, it's the name of the event, okay?
Right.
Which is it what we want, or yeah, I think. Yeah, I think we can do that. And label just a text. Yeah, let's see what it does. If the label is not even displayed here, we don't have to display it here. We can just do that. And on select, we console.log, right? And I do think that's it.
Wait, is this a new thing? Or is this
I don't
like
know.
I'm so confused. I've never seen this in my life. I mean, like this, why is this not giving why is this not giving a type issue? Like this is this valid JSX? No, is this new? Have I totally slept on this?
I don't know if it's new, but
that is so cool. Wait, is this some like ink stuff? No, like this must be this must definitely be TypeScript. Huh? Wait, is this what React version are we using here? 19?
18. Well, see, I don't know. I'm not a front-end developer. So
is this no, wait, this must be a bun thing. I swear to God, this is not valid React and JSX syntax. I swear, like, I swear.
No, no. I
This
think
must be
I have
fun. This
this.
must be fun
I have a
JPEG.
select component that was working with Node
Generic
before, for
React
sure.
component. I'm so confused right now.
But the use, but okay, we're not there yet because the use input doesn't seem. Oh yeah, but no, because now we need fancy. Now we should send because okay, now what's happening here? It's probably working. Yeah, see, it's working, but I don't see any UI change. So here I can play on my keyboard. Now we need to change the UI based on if it's selected or not, right? Um, so to do that, well, we can just yeah, we actually need an option in the render function to tell if it's selected or not. So let's do is selected. Let's put a boolean in here, and then we have render, and then the is selected is basically this, and then the render function that we did pass in there, boom, boom, boom. We lost Andre. Now he's looking at this thing.
I'm I'm so confused. It says TypeScript 2.9 introduced this. Am I like, have I just like my whole life believed this? Like, what TypeScript version are we now? Like, it's
18.
yeah, TypeScript v2 must have been years ago. I'm
Could,
so confused.
could you
I
explain
mean, like, this is
what it is? So select takes a T, and then you're
yes.
freaking
I've
out
never
because
seen
it's
this in my
invalid?
life.
Okay.
Have you seen this before, Eric?
I don't like it. I don't like this.
But have you seen it before?
Why do you?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so this is how you highlight. You
Yeah,
probably
I
want the
mean, this is
highlight to
just
be in
changing
a
color. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, this is styling right now, so I can just do this. We can probably make it dim by default, and if it's not selected, right, something like that. But then I need also the label, which go back to what you said. Uh, the label could have been in the big render function. Maybe we should do what you said actually in here, and we just return render, and we render the label in the render function. Totally. So here we just loop, and we
Yeah.
call the render function.
So you have
and
full
inside
control. Yeah.
yeah. And so this is in the journey here that we actually have to return. So here we would do a box again with the text and another box. I
Well, why
want to
does the
come back
console
on
log
why
there?
you don't like a generic component. Generic
Generic
component
console.
are nice. So, and here we want the label as well. So, okay, so it's not valued something, it's actually label that I receive here. Okay. Yeah, it's not the we could do better here, but here we go. Now the goal of that versus using the ink UI is to actually have complete control here. You can do boxing. We can do something a little bit more fancy, right? If I show you an example of something finalized, when I play it install, if I do that here, see, it's a little bit more fancy. And this is an overflow, see? This is what I was talking about, the overflow thing. And if we have more than X, but yeah, we can bring back that later. But that's the point. And here we are there, right? We already, it's just the design is not so beautiful. But, you know, it's just about doing it, right? We can just create another box in here. It could be flex direction row. I don't think we should put any width, but we will have this guy in here. If we do that, it would be already better, right? I guess. Doesn't change. Oh yeah. No, actually column. So it's one underneath the other. Yeah, this is front end stuff, right? Yeah. Then we probably want to dim. Actually, we don't touch this, but we always dim this guy. There you go. Then maybe we want some gap in here. That's one is probably enough. Okay, so we start to go somewhere. Oh, but the gap is okay. It's not here that I want. The gap is actually between each of them. So it's here.
Yeah. Nice.
And then we probably have some padding that we can do here, or actually it's margin bottom. I don't know. One.
That one you. Oh, nice.
Woo! Yeah, we're getting somewhere. And we can see that the modulo is working. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now if I hit enter, okay, we have our console.log.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, what's next?
So,
So-
that's why you call it the component register journey, right? Like it's
Yeah.
several steps. We have like a wizard, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
But coming back on that, the generic select, it's quite cool because now it's like everything with TypeScript, right? If I pass something that
Yeah.
is not an event, it's going to yell at me, right? So
Yeah, no, like this is amazing. I'm just so confused. Like even ChatGPT says, like, yeah, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. Like this works in TypeScript since forever, but I've just never seen it, and I'm blown away. Like this is pretty cool.
no, but maybe it's something specific with the no.
I could just imagine like it's a, I don't know, man. Like yeah, I don't know. I'm confused still.
That's fine. Okay, that's fine. Let's move on. So we have
Yes,
the
yes,
select,
yes.
and we have the onSelect function that is actually doing nothing for now. So actually, yes, this is the journey, and this is where, well, we're gonna need to save the state, right? This is where you probably, most likely in your app, you want a provider to have a state, to have a context, context provider, so have you state of your wizard, of your journey, and where we're gonna save the events that you've selected, and also we're gonna need to save your name, your last name, and your input, your email actually. So
Yeah.
here, okay, it's not the most beautiful things that we can do. Again, and time is running. We're gonna get 3 states. Okay, I really don't like to do that. Every time I see more than 2 or 3 use states, usually I say, okay, let's switch to a use reducer, right? But it's way more code, so let's do it this way for now. So
Yeah.
we want the event. So send event. So this is we're gonna need
Email.
first name.
Actually, just email is honestly fine.
Okay. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we can just do email.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all Luma needs is an email. If you're already like a registered user with Luma, they just like pick you from there. And if not, you kind of like prompt it on their end to create an account.
Okay, so here we set the event.
Mhm.
Nice. And here, so the trick would be this, for instance. It's like if
Yeah.
we don't have an event,
I'm so sorry, Sebastian.
yeah,
Like,
go ahead.
this will be a really cool live coding session. You put so much energy in like creating us a CLI, but I will leave this and just be blown away that you can do generic components and I will not think about anything else. I will not remember all the nice other stuff you did.
Well, we could do another one. Focus on that.
Yep.
So if we have an event, we want to ask for the email.
Yeah.
Right. This is basically what we're going to do here, and this is where we're going to use the. Okay, don't do that. Stop it, please. Up box. And then this is when we are going to use the library that actually I don't know so much. So we're going to go back in here, not this library, this one, and we want the
check
email
if this
stuff, right? Email input. So this is basically what we need here.
amazing.
And this lib is quite cool also because you can have a theme. then other components they respect the theme.
Okay. Yeah, it was like how much padding and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah. Colors.
Ah, I didn't know there's such a wild ecosystem around this. This is awesome.
That's the same. Yeah, I don't know how much. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, thousands of stars.
And this guy need you know. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, enter your email, submit. What do we do? Let's console.log for now. You know, email an event, and then this is where we're gonna call the endpoint, right? It's most likely
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So we could set like a loading state and show like
Yeah.
submitting. Yeah.
Sophie, yeah, I have auto completion. If I do that, is it working if I do just this? No, it doesn't let me. So here we can manage the error. I guess we need to look at the lib, but yeah, domain is disabled on chain. Yeah. I mean, you have everything you need, right?
Yeah.
But here we're pretty much done. So
Yeah.
now we have the email. So when it's valid, it's valid. And on submit, we just need to call the API endpoint. Which,
Yeah, we can do like a submit function.
So that the question is it can it be async? That is interesting. I guess I will let's see, right? I've never used this one. So let's see if it can be async.
I mean, yeah, let's do like first of all, we want to probably set the email, right? We don't need to. We can call it just like submit.
In here, we don't even need the state. This is what you say?
Yeah, technically, we don't even need it, right? Like if you don't want to display, yeah, we can just call a function here that can do the stuff.
And we will probably wait.
Can we do async? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Perfect.
That's where we are going to check that, right? So we have the command. We could have a function, I don't know, core here, or maybe action if we want to make it web something. And it would be the register.action.ts. Register, because this is actually what we're doing, right? It's not just form with the submit and everything, but register action. We say it's async. We can receive the email. We can receive
Event
the
ID.
event.
Yeah. Just the event ID is all we need. Yeah.
Okay. We need to export the event.
Actually, you can just do a string. If you just need the event ID, it's just gonna be a string.
I wanted to show we can do some fancy stuff.
Oh,
like that.
okay.
Where is the event? In here. Where do we define the event? I think in the action it's better. And here we see one more time that we are mixing words, right? Because this is kind of what would happen server side. We are calling it directly. It's like we're doing Next.js somehow. No, I didn't say that. Did I? Thanks. So we want to export this in here. We need to import it from here because obviously event is a native.
Global. Yeah, you probably want to move the UI components and everything into source. It's right now it's on the same level as source.
Shit. Yeah.
I was like, I'm not sure. Also commands probably,
no,
right?
Yeah, it's much better this way. What's going on here? Action register that action.
So you can probably remove 2 of the dots. Pretty sure. Yeah, that looks better. Oh, you have to. Yeah.
Done. Yeah.
That looks good. And you probably the commands folder is also outside. I'm not sure if that's what you wanted. Probably not.
No, I don't. Yeah, much better this way. Yeah. The source folder. Why do I don't know. I don't know how people are doing it, but and then I lost the UI. Okay, let's do it again. Because usually outside of the source folder, this is everything else, right? I don't know how you do that, but usually I always have the source folder all the time.
That looks good.
We have this, and then this is just a wait, fetch, and then we have it here, subscribe.
Yeah.
again,
And
we
you can
can
give it a
always,
method post. Yeah.
yeah,
And the body can be the email, which we technically like. It's a mock API endpoint right now. It's not even using the body, but yeah, that looks good.
yeah, we don't need the event ID indeed.
Yeah.
Um, and this is actually the event ID.
Mhm.
And, and of course, well, I mean, it's always good. You can do this and check the
Right.
validity
Is
of
it
the
success true?
application.
What's the error message? We could print
Exactly.
it in the CLI, all that good stuff.
Something's odd. That was it.
Uh, good.
I don't know why I don't have the formatting. This is weird. Anyway, so then we do, yeah, we could do that. Then we could do that. Return data. We don't have to return anything, but we could do if no, was it success? Success, right?
Yeah.
If success,
Yeah, that looks good. We can just print the response as a
or you
state.
know
Yeah.
what, we can just return actually success, and the responsibility of what to do with it will be there, right?
Mhm.
That's pretty much it. And now I'll go back to the journey. We do this, and actually this is where we could have a state to know if it's a success or not, right? As succeed, and then we display some kind of fancy what do you think?
Yeah. Yeah. And we can just like, again, if succeeded, we don't show the, um, if succeeded, we can do on line 63, we can do event and not has succeeded or something. Um, and then if succeeded, we can just
Yeah,
show
yeah, yeah,
like, yeah.
yeah, true. Yep.
And then we can
Then
have one final if has succeeded.
exactly, and then
Yeah.
this is where we can have a look at the loader if you want to have some loader and stuff.
Yeah.
We can do that. You can also turn. You can also, there are some library where you can do markdown to terminal. Then you have everything done for you. You just have to do the styling. You get a
Oh,
markdown and boom. Yeah, this is
that's
quite cool.
crazy.
Register action.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you know what? At the very end, I'll show you the crystallize workflow. So
Okay.
at least you have a good idea because it has not been built in an hour, right? Um, so here you have the success, and then we can do, yeah, that would be
Yeah.
it, right? And then
Yeah.
we
I mean, right now we
do,
don't really have a failure state. So like we wouldn't know if it's still loading or failed.
yeah.
But yeah, this looks good. Let's try it.
And
Let's
then
check
there
it
is
out.
an interesting thing that we have to discuss is where and when and how do you stop the script?
Okay. Yeah.
Because now, okay, with this, okay,
Yeah.
if you look, this is quite cool. We can see the shift. You know, we have the same concept, the CLI shift, the UI shift. Look, the
Yeah.
first, because you know we have fake events. Do you see it? Maybe the streaming doesn't show it, but I can definitely see on my screen that two events are coming right away, and then we have the API event coming after, because we have two render, right? I would,
You mean like just like there's a layout shift because in the beginning
yeah,
it doesn't show anything?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 So okay, let's do it. So I want to register at convex. Woohoo!
That was
But
fast.
still,
Yeah.
yeah, still, do we have the? Oh yeah, it's always green. Right. Oh yeah, because I succeeded, right?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So
Yeah. We could.
now,
Yeah.
yeah, we should make it better, right? Yeah, we have error management and stuff to do.
Yeah. But who cares?
Um,
Yeah. This is great.
and then we need to stop the script at some point, right?
Yeah.
So the cool thing is when you, but that's why and it's open source what we've done with Crystallize, so you can have a look. But we have a context provider and some hooks,
Mhm.
so we don't have to do this, props, drills, things. We don't have to pass everything because here the problem is if you want to exit
Mhm.
gracefully, you need to pass a function that you can get when you render the first
Mm.
thing. Here you have, I think you have unmount, voilà.
Mhm.
And then if you pass unmount everywhere, which is what we're gonna do.
Mhm.
I just don't know amount. Okay, it's just a function, simple function. So here we need the register journey props. Amount took. We need this register journey props, and in here there is probably something tricky in here because you don't want to amount in here because you want this to be displayed.
Right. You want to after it is
So we
displayed.
can do
Yeah.
something, but
Yeah.
this is weird, but that will work. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
1 second after.
Mhm.
But I'm not even sure. Let's yeah, no, I think this is better here. So let's do this. Boom. Oof. This is an error. Oh, we got an error, failed to register. So we have an exception. Then we go back to the UI. Maybe you are checking the domain.
I'm not even reading the body, so that's not it. I'm just always returning success true right now at that endpoint, right? The if the event doesn't exist, I do send back an error. I check for the event ID.
That's why I didn't pick the good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, so it was not enough. The amount has been passed. Set timeout 1000. It didn't unmute. Did you see that? So we do it again.
But what is that like flashing that comes there real quick? Like
this is a throw. There is a throw somewhere.
Oh.
But
Oh, yeah. Why does it only shows for a millisecond, like for like a tiny little bit of time, and then
yeah,
something
because
else?
then we come back here, right? We have this is firing an exception.
Okay.
And
then
I
it like
think
resets here.
I do that. I just don't understand why is it first. It should not be optional, so that would be simpler, right?
Yeah, it's just a copilot.
Oh,
Oh,
but
we
that's
have
the
never passed
problem.
it in. We didn't
That's
pass it
the
in.
problem. Exactly. That's why.
It's a function. We have to pass it null, I think. So when we type the function in register journey props, no, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, remove the curly bracket.
That's it. That's the thing, right?
We just need to update our type a little bit. So in here, the props, give it a null. Like there's one value that like give it one parameter, that function.
This one?
Yeah, just give it like arg, and it's null. Just do null. Yeah, and is the error gone now?
No.
No, it's also an option parameter. What's the error saying? Can you hover over it one more time?
Variable amount is used before being assigned.
Huh?
Wait.
Did you type it correctly?
Yes, I did.
Oh, no, it's right because you're getting unmount here after that function returns. But you want to use it in the
yet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not there yet. Yeah.
It kind of makes it tricky, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. How did I do that? Indeed. Indeed, the amount can be, yeah. We can have access, but here only. Yeah. Well, the way to do it here is we need to clean the use effect set interval, so the loop is ending and then the script returns.
I didn't get that.
Because the script is hanging just because we have the use effect on the speaker list.
Yeah.
If we clean that,
Okay. So you basically just have I see what you're saying. Yes. Yeah. So instead of forcing an unmount, we can also just like once there's no more rendering it also.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm surprised because
Yeah, I mean, you could also create a function that is called get unmount and pass that down. You can that like there's ways we could hack around it, but we don't need to right now.
what if we do this actually? Is it not? Yeah. Don't ask me why this is working. This is going to work the same way. We don't need this. This is valid. This is valid. This is valid. This is valid. Now we could convex up. Here we go.
Yeah. Yep, that works. That's so sick. Okay, let's compile it and run it one time. Bun, build, compile.
Oh yeah, I've got that before. Yeah, we just need to add it.
Uh-huh.
There we go. Yeah. So earlier in the call, I knew we're gonna have the problem when we compile. So here, okay, and I see the time, but okay, let me explain. Here, there is a problem.
Yeah.
And the problem, and this is good because this is a burn kind of thing, so that's going to be interesting. I hope if we still have people at that time, but if you stayed so far, you probably learned some stuff, right? And then you know how to do a CLI. I'm going to explain that. It's kind of weird. So yoga.wasm is WebAssembly, right?
Yeah.
So the ink library is using yoga.wasm. So somewhere in the ink library, they do import something yoga.wasm. Okay. The way Bun is working, somehow the import is not working. So they are working on it, and I didn't check actually if the last version
Fixed it.
fixed it or not.
Oh yeah, so this is maybe an open issue in Bun where this could, yeah.
Yeah, and it also the way this is also the way the ink library is doing the import, because Bun cannot really know what file to import. So you have some ways, and I think there is one way, if I recall by heart, but I'm not sure, that you can compile and you can actually, let's see if this one is going to work. You can include any kind of other file into the binary. So here I can do yoga wasm, and I think it's in dist. I spent time to fix what I'm going to show you actually. If I do that, but it doesn't mean that works, right? So let's, yeah, no, it's way more complex than that. So I'm going to show you what we've done at Crystallize directly. Much better.
Well, this was already fun anyways. Like,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter that it doesn't, like, that we can't compile it at the end of the day, right? We were able to run it. Yeah,
So
just wanted to see it.
the thing is, what we've done with Crystallize is this.
Yeah.
To trick the system, we actually use another feature of Bun. We actually, oh yeah, I need to show you the Makefile as well. And this is the Makefile of this guy. Build. Here we go. So the build function, we do build -- bundle. This is not compiling anything. This is just dumping everything and changing, and we have all the import into a big file. Actually, we're going to do it. And then we do target bun because we want to run bun. And then we run that chime.ts. And what it does here, we actually tweak the exported file. We replace the import yoga.wasm to the ESM, and then we compile. So this is, I mean,
it's just like you helped yourself basically work around the issue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
That's
so,
funny.
but that's kind of so here, instead of a bash, if we don't like bash, instead of Makefile, we can do bash file.
By the way, you can call the bun compile function from TypeScript as well. So you could make this a build.ts file and just import build from bun, and then call that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then you have type safety.
So yeah, tell me.
Just replace this to build.ts, and then import. Yeah, no, not even that. It's just I think it's just called, the function is just called. I think you can replace this because bun is just remove this and just call uppercase bun, uppercase bun dot build. Yeah, see, and this is how you can, basically what you did in CLI, you can also just call in JavaScript.
Yeah. Okay.
And now you can pass in an option of config, and there you can do your like you point where it
Yeah, and then I
started.
could
Right?
do the. I see. I could do
Yeah.
the shime directly in there, right?
Yeah.
But to make it work, let's do the.
Yeah. All good.
I'm
Just I
always.
thought that was cool that you can use TypeScript to build TypeScript.
You know what? Let's do a real makefile. It's not. Do you guys use makefile in day-to-day life? We do have a makefile actually. We already have one.
Well, get blame who added this. It was you.
build CLI. We need this. We don't need any env. Let's call it build CLI.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go to, okay, we have a variable. Okay, why not? We can do this attribute CLI.
You want to rename it from website, to CLI idea,
An idea. And so what is it we want to do? We have done. Oh no, we don't. Oh yeah. Okay. So we want to do that, and then we actually want to burn. Okay, let's do it manually first to see what it does. So here we do burn build -- bundle instead of compile. What do we want? We want the index.ts. We want to output this into to a JS file for now. So let's call it bin.js, right? And -- target equal burn. And if we look at bin.js now, this is the full stuff, like the full JS stuff, right? Before it is actually injected into the binary, I guess.
Yeah.
And in here, you have yoga.wasm stuff, and there is an import somewhere.
Yeah, the resolve call here. Yeah.
And somehow, this is going deep down into the burn things, and somehow it is not able to resolve it. And I think it's not because of burn, it's because this function is actually in the ink library, and they should change it the way they do. They should use the ESM, maybe because there is a version of yoga which is ESM instead of doing WebAssembly. I'm not even sure. But the shime stuff is fixing it. So this I can just copy paste and put it there. It's open source anyway. We're going to call it atwcli.js.
Yeah.
And then see, we change this and we init with the yoga ISM, which is the version of
Okay. Yeah.
So
Super.
it's just a trick.
Yeah.
And then the next step of the CLI is actually to build normally, right? To do a proper build, but using the bin.js.
Right. So we want, but we need to call the shim command first, right?
We need exactly to do that. Yes. So we would do this in bin. Then I think we still need this. We could do it in one line, but we're not going to do that. Then we're going to do the shim, burn shim. We need to change shim to go there. Yeah, that's correct. Then we need in the makefile to dump into actually tw CLI.js. Then we do the shim, and then we actually compile.
Yeah. So you want to remove the -- bundle. Oh, no, sorry. You already did bundle. Now we want to build. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep. You
already
already did all the things.
We do burn. And then we can remove. So here it's this, and out it's this. And then we remove this, right?
Yeah.
So we bundle it, we tweak it, and we compile it again.
Okay, let's try it. Build CLI. Let's do it.
So you can do that, right? To know the list of command, and we have build CLI.
Mm-hmm.
The RM didn't work, which is odd.
Mm. Did it create the it? Yeah, it's still there,
No,
right?
no, I missed the CD.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Woo!
That's awesome. Yeah. Why don't we have to change the permissions on? I'm curious that we never have to do that, but okay. I think it's just if we create
I
the
don't know the default. The default is SXX. Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Cool.
odd indeed.
Yeah. But yeah,
So
that is amazing.
yeah, and now I can copy paste to you the build all. I mean the build all CLI, right? So here we do exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
But we compile for all the targets.
Oh yeah, right. That's
So
what's
when I do
missing.
that, and
That's
I
one
need
more
CD.
crystallize in there that
Yeah,
you probably
okay,
want to change.
I'll remove that. We need CD and bun actually. We need the shime, and we need this. Oh yeah, and that will be ATW CLI target. So this is what basically we're going to use in the
GitHub action.
GitHub action, but I don't think we're going to do it. We can show it, but I don't think we have time.
Why don't you just show the crystallized CLI
Yeah.
at the end, and then what it will do is basically create executables for all the different environments in a GitHub action, and then you can download them from GitHub in the repo,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah. I'll show you that. It's way better. But if I run this, yeah, okay, I am with the heck here.
Yeah, we can fix it. That's fine.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Yeah,
So let me show you a little something a little bit more finalized,
advanced.
right? So
Yeah.
and again, it's all open source. So crystallize, we have many different commands to do many things. The one with the journey with the wizard is actually the boilerplate install, and you pick whatever whatever space to install the boilerplate. So let's say all things web commerce.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then, so see the logo, like
Yeah.
we did, right? Then you pick this. Then another wizard where you can say, okay, I want to use the demo tenant. I want to
Yeah.
use my tenant. Here, the system knows if I'm connected or not. It will ask me for the permission if I was not logged in. So we have a crystallized login function, a crystallized who I am function and stuff. If I do that, for instance, I can do a crystallize who am I. Okay, I would do it again because it was too quick. But see, we have all those functions. So we
Yeah.
don't necessarily use React for every single command, right? This is the
But
beauty.
yeah.
And some command we have the what we call the non-interactive mode, right? Sometimes if you want to run something in the CI, you don't need interactive mode.
Yeah.
So let me show you again because I wanted to show you the markdown, right? So here, see, you have a spinner. You can make it wait, trace. You do you, right? It's just a little bit more fancy if you spend a
Yeah.
little bit of time to make it fancy. And
Yeah.
at the end, based on the boilerplate, we actually display, a fancy box with a
The
spinner
fist
and
bump.
right? Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. But this is just if we look at here, the fist bump is actually
oh my god, that's so funny. Eric, did you see that?
install journée.
I'm doing something else.
Yeah.
I'm seeing if I
Yeah,
can catch
see,
up
it's
with you
just a
guys.
spinner, right? It's just two spinner. It's
Yeah.
just you can do fancy stuff. Yeah, that's it, right?
That's
So
so funny.
yeah,
Yeah.
and this is just markdown, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Wait, we're using an ink loading spinner?
I'm using what?
What was this?
Show the fist bump spinner one more time if you don't mind, just so that Eric has seen it too.
Yeah, very slow.
That's okay. That's normal loading spinners. Okay, cool. This.
This one is a normal one. Then
But yes,
based on the boilerplate that you install, you get the re-render the README file. I mean the install README file inside the box, and we put the spinner at the.
You saw the fist bump, right?
Yeah, nice, nice.
And
So
then you
good.
can go. I mean, basically, yeah, this is pretty cool because
It is amazing. Yeah.
then make run dev, and if you're building stuff, you most likely want a CLI to accelerate and to have a first time to success for your user, right? Because now they can just go there and code. So that's it. That's the CLI. But I think we made it, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is really cool. I'm gonna play around with this. I'm gonna add a list events command for sure, just to like you can see what's up, and then you
Yeah.
can call register.
We need to make it a little bit more fancy, right? Because it's not fancy enough, right? We need some colors, and we need to find a good theme.
ASCII art, yep. But like, I mean, that's all just iterating on like the cool structure you build. So like, this is sick.
And I'm sure there is some things to do where people during the event should actually use a CLI to do something. I don't know. There is some idea to find. Like the raffle, it was one, but there might be some. I don't know, some idea.
The raffle, yeah.
Yeah.
Sign up for raffle, or just like it shows you the raffle winner and stuff. That would be fun. Yeah. Also, hackathon voting would be so much fun.
Yeah. Also.
Like during a hackathon, you see all the projects and you can vote through the CLI. That would be fun.
This is basically bringing back the CLI. Instead of doing it in the web, you do it in the terminal just for the fun of it. But
yeah, really cool stuff. Well, thank you so much for Sebastian for doing both the explanation and the coding.
I mean, we did it
I
together.
appreciated that I could just sit here and be blown away. That was really nice and comfy.
We struggled a little bit at the beginning because of so the thing is, don't forget to await the main app. It's pretty stupid things, but if you forget this await, what's going on, right?
Yeah, it's gonna process that exit. Yep.
Right. And this, at the very beginning of the stream, you said, I put the exit because it's better to put it. But you know what? Without the process that exists, Ben will have waited for us, right?
Do you think so? I don't think so. I don't think so. It just stopped on the first. Yeah.
Yeah, Ben is waiting.
Oh, so it was just like as long as the yeah, that is so funny. Why? Well, I like the explicit one more, but that's really funny.
I prefer this one as well, right?
Yeah. But that's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now in hindsight, it makes perfect sense that it stopped exactly when we did our await fetch, like our first async call. This ended, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's part of doing a live stream with no preparation.
I think that was not a lot of struggling. I think we did. I think you did amazing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Can I can I demo an agentic solution to this?
I need to go. I'm sorry, I really need to go.
Wait, is that what you just did on the side? It's just you try to build. Oh my god. Okay, you have 5 minutes to take over the screen.
Okay.
Yeah, 5. Yeah, I need to go.
This is dumb.
Typical.
Literally, this is going to be the first pass because I haven't actually tested that it all works. But let's see. You guys gonna hate me?
Yeah, we already do.
You already do. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me do one last thing.
Okay, you have to stop the screen sharing, Eric. Sorry, Sebastian.
You can do that.
Hold on, let me.
This was so cool. And Yeah.
Sebastian, you are a much better programmer, I think, than I'll ever be. I just know how to use agents, and that's it. I don't
I
understand
see.
how
Half
anything
of the
works.
code that I've produced was GitHub Copilot, by the way.
Okay,
That's true.
I'm doing one thing. Oh, I should probably just share my screen. How do I do that? Screen. Which
I'm
one?
gonna
Be
try to
careful
find
that
it.
you don't share the wrong screen or
Is
something.
this the wrong one? Ooh, this is definitely gonna be the wrong one. Just kidding. There we go.
How did you generate the ASCII art, Sebastian, for Crystallize?
You won't believe me if I tell you that I did it manually.
Oh wow, that's impressive. Okay.
It took me a good a good 30 minutes to try to make it good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. It's real art. You did actual art.
Yeah. But I really, I mean, it was not a lie, right? The CLI, it must be beautiful. If it's not,
Yeah,
it's not going to be used the same way.
yeah.
It's like a UI, right? It is a UI. If your UI is not good, that's not used. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's really cool. Like, it just makes it so much easier to create a better experience, right? And
Yeah, that's the point with
and
this
I'm
yoga.
sure in other ecosystems there are good CLI development tools, right? Like I'm pretty sure Golang has a good way to
Yeah,
build
all of them. Yeah.
interactive UIs and stuff. Interactive CLI UIs. But yeah,
But
as
this
a
one, the interactivity, the coloring that you can do, the
yeah,
fact that it's React, so it's accessible for the team as well. If they want to create a command, well, they are in the
yeah,
same world, kind of, even though they have to do the server side stuff at the same place. But
yeah. Did you ever look into the what's it called, SST console, or like because you said one thing the terminal has as a limitation is you can only ever have one
mm,
interactive thing at once, otherwise they would all go
yeah,
at the same time, right? So I think you what you then have to do is like build an abstraction on top that filters any input, and you decide what window or what panel it is currently focused on, and then only control that. And there's a term for that in the CLI, in like the TUI world. I think Tmux is one of those, right? Like Tmux is a also
yeah. It's a not a multiplexer.
no,
Yeah.
yeah, I think you're on a good, yeah, it might actually be, yeah, something like that. But like you get my point, right? Like so like
Mm.
you can then, if you want to, build an abstraction on top.
Yeah, you
Uh
could. Yeah, and then you do the tab yourself, right? We could definitely do that,
yeah,
right? You
yeah.
yeah.
One for a future episode.
Yeah,
uh,
definitely.
uh, Aaron Francis from the Laravel like ecosystem is also building a tool called Solo, I think. If you Google PHP Solo, it's basically a full-on UI in the terminal for controlling Laravel apps, I think, and it is written in PHP as far as I know. So, and it does what I just described. That it builds an abstraction on top of any input and then decides where to direct it to.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at Turbo, right? Turbo, was it Turbo Repo? Yes, what's Turbo Repo? Turbo Repo V2, they enable a big CLI at the very beginning, and then it was by default enabled. Now
Yeah.
it's not enabled by default because it was too much almost, right? I don't know if
Okay.
you remember
No, I
that.
never saw it.
All the target was on the left, then you have a sidebar. It was opening in full.
Oh, it was like
It was taking all the
massive.
full
Yeah.
screen of your terminal. So.
Yeah. Eric, what the heck are you doing there, dude?
I I'm trying to clean this up. What the hell? It was straight up working without this bullshit, and then you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? This is what I'm gonna do. I hate this. Here we go. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. So here's the array. I have not verified it at all. That's an array that an agent picked up.
The agent.
The agent. And then I think that
I really hate it.
it's not the right time. It's not the right type. Appropriate items just declared here on. So this is the select input from Inc. It's looking for like what the hell? What kind of type is this?
Oh, select input exists. See, I didn't even check that.
It's really nice here. It's very nice. This is it right here. That's the select
Oh
input.
yeah, no,
Well,
it's another.
Yeah.
Okay, it's another lib, right?
Yeah, you have to install it. But there's like 20 of them or something for ink.
Yeah.
well,
Okay.
the one. Did you try creating a generic React component to fix this? Fix this? I've heard they're really cool for this use case.
So why is this upset? Why is this upset? Items to spend a list. Each item must be an object. Oh, are these objects? Yeah. Oh, is it? And then what? What is it? Title, string, description. Oh, goddamn. Okay. You know what? Where's this guy? Item.
Part of me just wants to end the stream now, just to be really annoying to
Yeah.
Eric.
I,
You should,
Goodbye,
you should.
guys.
This is dumb. This is dumb. This is dumb.
put as any somewhere.
No, like I think it needs to get like the right type. So what am I going to type? Events. Oh, what is it? Title string. Oh no, that's the type of it. So title, yeah.
It just needs strings, I think. Can that
Just
be? No.
items.
Label
What is
value is missing the follow property from type. Yeah, you miss label and value in your list.
You have to map them.
Yeah. Or you create label. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Map them. Yeah. Events.map return something label and value.
Oh god.
Yeah.
No, now it's over, guys. I'm sorry. It's too late. It's too late. This isn't good anymore. Where's my co-pilot?
What are you
Just
doing?
that
dude?
map.
I just want. Yeah.
You can also just find and replace all the titles with label.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you double click on title, you do a command D,
Yeah.
and time. Yeah.
It's label,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you
One
need to do
title.
command D
Is it
multiple
title?
time.
No, it's label.
No, it was title. It has to be label.
Oh, what happened to this? Why
You
did
need
it
to
take
select
them all?
more.
It didn't take them all.
Command D many time. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
but there's another one. There's no. Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah, I'm just giving the one that's working. And then you need a value somewhere as well. So pick, I don't know, the date, the location, or somewhere. Make it the value.
And what was it? What was it? Value?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god. Alex in the Discord is mean.
Oh, there we go. All right. Are these are actually the ones? Two. These are the events. So my coding was horrible, but at least the agent, like I tried to write a beautiful soup scraper real quick.
Why would you write a scraper if you have a public API?
Because I want to be annoying. Why mess with fetch?
when you can mess with fetch plus parsing HTML.
So, but I didn't even use the scraper.
But what? I'm sorry.
I ended up using.
What are we watching right
A
now?
hard-coded list.
No, I ended up
What
using
are we watching right now?
OpenAPI and an agent to use use web URL tool and then return to me in JSON all the event information they can find on the website. All right. Thanks for having me on the stream this one time. It's been great. I understand if you'll never invite me again.
Oh
okay,
man, that's
that
so
was dumb.
funny. You were just like, I'm gonna join them, and
That's
I'm gonna
nice.
try to build it faster with agents.
Eric
That's such an
wanted to
Eric
be,
move.
And
he
it
wanted to be on
superficially
the
looks like it
surface.
works. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
I mean, to be
really
fair, we
tired.
had a very long head start.
Yeah. But it's not that I'm not happy with you guys. I really need to go.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, same. It's going
But
late. Yeah.
anytime
Bye,
for
guys.
another.
This was so much fun.
Anytime for another one, right?
Yeah. Thanks so much, Sebastian.
But I wonder if we should not do a talk on this if we go one day at Ben for the All Things Web, like a meetup.
Oh yeah,
We
about bun. Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. Cool. Bye, guys.
See you guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay, we're stopped.
Okay, I'm gone. I need to go.
We have to
Okay.
keep
Bye,
your
guys.
browser.